Hi everybody, I'm back and I have a story for you today. So here is some information that will make you realize why I chose this story. So a few days ago, I had an awful day. It was just a bad day. And I'm sure that each of you have had bad days before. Now, the cool thing about having a bad day is I just kind of trudged through it. I tried my hardest to be happy. It was tough. It was so tough. It ended up just being a bad day. Finally, I got to go to sleep at nighttime, and I woke up the next morning and I had a great day. My bad day was over. Well, that got me to thinking. I know this story about a little boy named Alexander. And Alexander had a bad day too. In fact, he had a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Well, that kind of sounds like music, doesn't it? Sounds like a rhythm. I said those words to a rhythm. Listen to me do it again. Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could probably clap that. Let's see if I can hold the story. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Can you copy me? Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Your turn. How'd you do? I bet you did great. If you need another practice, rewind it. Practice with me again. Now, I had this idea that every time they say, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day in the story, that you could join me. I thought it would even be more fun if you would grab an instrument. Maybe you made an instrument on one of my videos with me. Maybe you have an instrument around the house. Maybe you just want to use something that you can pretend is an instrument, something that makes sound. Well, I decided to use my drum that I made a couple of days ago. You see it? If you didn't have an opportunity, this is an easy peasy activity. Just go look up the video, Ho Hum Make a Drum. Today I'm going to use this as my drumstick because I just found it. I found it right here in my living room, actually. Listen to what I can do. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. How about you press pause? Go and find your instruments and then get all cozy and stuff. I'll read you the story and you can join me. Okay, so I'll just wait. I'm waiting. You press pause. You're back. Hello, did you get your instrument? Fantastic. So go ahead, put your instrument out, get all situated, and let's practice together, okay? We don't need to say the Alexander and the part. Let's just start with the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Here we go. Here we go. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. How'd you do? Well, we're on YouTube, so you can always rewind and take another practice if you need it. But I probably think you don't. You're such a fine musician. Let's go ahead and start our story. I think we have an opportunity. Here we go. Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day by Judith Vorst. Illustrated by Ray Cruz. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on a skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But all I found in my breakfast cereal box was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. That's pretty far away from where I am right now. Gosh, I guess he really wanted to get away. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was gonna be, are you ready? A terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was gonna be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. Oh, this is truth. This stuff happens. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. Poor Alexander. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was. Because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week, and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I'll be in Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then I started crying because of the mud. Nick said I was a crybaby. And while I was punching Nick for saying I was a crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. Nobody even answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy new sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out. They make me buy plain old white ones." but they can't make me wear them. This is the worst. It's just the worst. It's kind of good to feel that I wasn't so alone the other day having a bad day, though. When we picked my dad up at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine. Oops, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as I could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain. And I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. Poor kid. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. Here we go. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. Even in Australia. The end. How about you play your instrument one more time with me? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Nice job. You know, we all have bad days. But like I said, we just got to carry on because the next day, it could be the best day of your life. And you each know, at least I hope you know, whenever you're having a bad day, I'm here for you. I am. I think you're just fantastic. Have a wonderful day. I miss you so much. I'll see you again real soon. Go tell your mom and dad how much you love them, even if you are having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Bye-bye. See you real soon.